In today's Technical Corner, I'm joined by Matt White, who's Application Engineer for the WIDIA product at ITC.
Good morning.
Morning, Matt. It's a new year, Advances catalogue, and you brought some highlights.
Yes, it's that exciting time of year for us technical guys. We get the new Advances come out, packed full of absolute highlights and amazing products. So I've just brought a small range of products to go through today. And we're going to start with a new addition. It's an aerospace rougher, a ripper cutter, solid carbide coated, and there's two versions. This is the 4U50. As you can see, it's a short flute, but with necking to get you the reach. And this is the 4U80, which has the standard length of flute.
Should you say aerospace, are we talking heat resistant materials?
We're talking heat resistance, your stainlesses, your exotics, your titaniums, those sort of materials. So the coatings, the grades, the geometries, everything's been put in place to cut those sort of materials.
Sure, and we've got a new high feed face mill as well.
Yes, now we've always had the M370, which is a 3-edge double-sided. So it's great because you get 6 edges, but you lose a bit because it's a negative insert. And as you know, when you run a negative insert, it tends to be a real bludgeoning effect. So the spindle load on the machines just goes through the roof and you lose potentially.
Sure. So again, good for not just aerospace, but good for aerospace alloys.
Definitely. Because this is a 4-edged insert but single-sided, you get a softer cutting action. The beauty as well is we do this as an 07 insert, so we're down to 16 diameter with 2 teeth. So usually on the standard high feeds, 25, maybe 32, as small as you can get. So you're restricted on that.
And so, to say it's a smaller insert, but still a 4-edge insert rather than a lozenge, which is quite often the case.
Yes, you still get your 4 edges. Of course, what you find on exotics is when you run them at slow surface speed, the bigger the cutter, suddenly you're down at 250, 300 revs. The machine just doesn't like it, especially on a high feed. Because we've now got the smaller inserts, the smaller diameters, we can still run at 45, 50 metres, say on a titanium or an exotic, but you're still getting that spindle up. And the more you can get the spindle revs up to probably at most BT40s, I don't know, around 1,000, 1,200 revs, that's where you're aiming for. So you probably still won't get there on some of the real horrible exotics, but you're certainly helping the spindle.
So we're down to 16 mil, and obviously you use solid carbide beneath 16 mil. But how big does it go? Obviously larger inserts.
With the 16, they're talking sort of 80, 100 mil, but which machines that we use and see out in the marketplace would actually be able to push them. But it is there. If anyone's got the BT50 sort of tapers and they want to push high feed even faster, we do have the big diameters, but that's on the 16 size insert. So we've got a 7, a 9, a 12 and a 16.
And this 90-degree tool, it's a very familiar tool, but it's been updated.
Yes, so the VSM family is getting bigger every year. So these are the originals, the VSM 11 and the VSM 17. We then added the VSM 490, which is a -10 and a -15. That's the double-sided one. Then last year we added the 890, which is the 4-edge double-sided one. So with this one now, they've added a helical mill. So us from the past, we know it was a porcupine type cutter. So you've got multiple edges. I don't know if we can see it here on the front of the Advances catalogue. The beauty with this is, if people are still using the porkies, you get such a good range of radiuses and geometries and grades with the VSM family inserts that it gives you that aspect. If you take, for instance, the VSM 17, we've got radiuses up to 6 mil on the VSM 17. So you could have the porcupine stacked with your standard inserts, and if there was a radius required, which a lot of aerospace components need the radius in, it gives you that extra option. So I'm not sure how many
about the range. You can, with your 90-degree range, you can go large with a single-sided or the double-sided.
Yep.
But these smaller inserts, great for like driven tools on a lathe even.
I mean, if you get something like a 16 diameter 2 teeth, absolutely brilliant. You know, I think below 16. When you go down to the single insert, I don't like that. That's just personal preference. I just don't think it's a great cut. But certainly from 16 upwards, and the 17s are going up over 100 diameter on the face mill. So.
Sure, and it's important to mention this is just 3 products. There's a lot more in the Advances catalogue.
There is a lot more. I mean, the viewers will be coming to the end of reading their latest crime thriller or book, for Chris Mills and Boone, whatever. They want some bedtime reading. This is really, really good material. It's all available from ITC. We're going to a lot of the trade shows this year. We've got Southern Manufacturing, we've got Mac coming up. These will all be on the stand, and we will endeavour to get round to all our customers and potential new customers with this book as well. So
there we have it, the new Advances 2020 from ITC.